The moment Faye and Atom appeared side by side at their first official event together, the atmosphere transformed instantly, creating a wave of excitement that spread far beyond the venue and into the hearts of fans across the world. What was initially expected to be just another public appearance quickly evolved into a defining moment, one that sparked conversation, ignited speculation, and left an unforgettable impression on everyone watching. This was not just about two individuals attending an event, it was about the beginning of something that felt larger than the moment itself, something that carried a sense of anticipation that had been quietly building long before they even stepped into the spotlight. And that made this moment even more powerful was the growing realization among fans that this appearance was deeply connected to their newest project, a series that had already begun generating buzz even before its official release. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, click on the post notification to get notified whenever I drop a new video. From the early hours of the day, anticipation had already begun to build in a way that felt almost overwhelming. Fans gathered outside the venue long before the event officially started, forming long lines that stretched far beyond what organizers had expected. Some held banners carefully prepared days in advance, while others clutched their phones tightly, ready to capture even the smallest glimpse of the moment they had been waiting for. Conversation filled the air as group of fans discussed rumors, exchanged theories, and shared their excitement, creating a sense of unity among strangers who were all drawn together by the same curiosity surrounding Faye and Atom and the project that had brought them together in the first place. As the first time for their arrival drew closer, the atmosphere shifted even further. The noise level increased, the energy intensified, and every moment near the entrance drew immediate attention. Security teams worked tirelessly to manage the growing crowd, while media personnel positioned themselves strategically, ensuring they would not miss the moments that everyone had close to witness. It was clear that this was no ordinary appearance, as the level of anticipation rivaled that of major headline events, especially since many believed this would be the first real glimpse of their dynamic as co-stars in their upcoming series. When Faye finally stepped into the view, she reacted, and the reaction was immediate and powerful. A wave of cheers erupted from the crowd, accompanied by the rapid clicking of cameras and the flash of light that illuminates the entire entrance arena. Her presence alone commanded attention, but there was a brief pause in the energy, almost as if the crowd collectively held its breath, waiting for what would happen next. That pause was broken the moment Atom appeared beside her. The instant they were seen together, the reaction escalated into something even more intense. Fans screamed louder, cameras flashed more rapidly, and the energy reached a level that could only be described as electric. It was not just excitement, it was a mixture of surprise, validation, and curiosity all unfolding at once. For many, this was the moment that rumors began to feel real, transforming speculation into something that could be seen as experience. And at the center of it all was the knowledge that these two were not just appearing together randomly, but were working side by side on a new drama project that had already started capturing attention. That project, widely known among fans as Broken of Love, has quickly become one of the most anticipated girls' love series of the moment. Starring Faye and Atom as the main leads, the series is expected to explore deep emotional themes, including complicated relationship, intense personal struggle, and a love story that is far from simple. The fact that Faye is also involved behind the scene through her own production company has added another layer of intrigue, making fans even more invested in the success of the project. What stood out most during their entrance was not just their visual, although both Faye and Atom looked effortlessly stunning. It was the way they moved together, the natural rise in their step, and the subtle awareness they seemed to have of each other's presence. There was no awkwardness, no visible hesitation, only a smooth and composed dynamic that immediately drew attention. For many fans, it felt like they were already witnessing the chemistry that would later unfold on screen in Broken of Love, making every moment feel even more significant. As they made their way through the venue, every small detail became a point of discussion. The way Faye slightly leaned in during brief conversation, the way Atom adjusted his place to match her own perfectly, and the quiet smile they exchanged without drawing too much attention all became moments that fans would later analyze in details. These were not grand gestures, but they carried a sense of authenticity that made them feel meaningful. It was the authenticity that gave fans hope that their on-screen partnership would feel just as natural as compelling. Inside the venue, the energy remained just as intense. Attendees who had managed to secure seats found themselves constantly turning their attention towards Faye and Atom, unable to ignore the presence they brought into the space. Even during moments when the focus was meant to be on other parts of the event, there was an undeniable pull that kept drawing eyes back to them. Conversations began to shift, with many attendees discussing not just their appearance but also their upcoming series and what it might deliver. Social media began to explode almost immediately within minutes. Photos and video from the event started circulating online, spreading across different platforms at an incredible speed. Fans who were not physically present felt as though they were part of the moment, reacting in real time to every clip and image that appeared on their screen. Comments poured in endlessly, with many expressing shocked excitement and a growing belief that there was more to their appearance than met the eyes. Mention of Broken of Love quickly began trending along their name, further amplifying the buzz. As many footage surfaced, the narrative continued to evolve. Some fans focused on specific interaction, replaying short clips repeatedly to capture every details. Others began creating edits that highlighted the chemistry between Faye and Atom, adding music and effects that further amplified the emotional impact of the moment. Many of these edits even incorporated image scenes from their upcoming series, blended reality with expectation in a way that kept the excitement alive. Media outlets quickly picked up on the story, publishing articles that dissected every aspect of their appearance. Headlines emphasized the strong reaction from fans, the undeniable chemistry between the two, and the growing speculation surrounding their relationship. At the same time, entertainment commentators began discussing the potential impact of Broken Love, predicting that it could become a defending project for both actresses if the on-screen chemistry matched what had been seen at the event. Despite all the attention, Faye and Atom maintained a calm and composed demeanor throughout the event. They interacted with the media professionally, posed for photos and confidence, and emerged with the audience in a way that felt natural. There were no sign of discomfort or pressure, even as the spotlight remained firmly on them. This level of ease only added to the intriguing, as it suggested the level of familiarity that went beyond a typical professional connection, something that could translate beautifully into their performance. As the event progressed, their interaction continued to draw attention. Whether they were standing side by side, walking through the venue, or participating in scheduled activities, there was a consistent sense of alignment between them. It was not something that could be easily explained, but it was something that could be clearly felt by those observing them. For fans, it was like watching the early stages of a partnership that had the potential to grow into something truly ionic within the girls' love genre. Fans who had initially approached the situation with skepticism found themselves gradually changing their perspective. The more they watch, the more difficult it becomes to dismiss the connection that seems to exist between Faye and Atom. In the days that followed, the momentum did not slow down. New angles of footage continued to emerge, offering fresh perspective on moments that had already been widely discussed. Each new clip added another layer to the story, keeping fans engaged and invested in the unfolding narrative. At the same time, more details about Broken of Love began to surface, further fueling excitement and curiosity about the series and what the series would bring. Before we wrap up, make sure to share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think about Faye and Atom's first event together. And do not forget to like this video and click on the notification bell so you never miss any updates. Thank you for tuning in to Hallyu and Beyond.